This is Haley with Tarot from Beyond, here to provide you with your daily release. I don't know who this reading is for, but you'll know it's for you if it's for you. Let's get some shuffles in. When we go into this reading, you know what I'd like for you guys to do? I'd like for you guys to take 3 real deep breaths, okay? Take real deep breaths, 3 of them. And then I want you to take the words twin flame, divine masculine, divine feminine, soulmate. I want you to take all of that out of your vocabulary. Take it out of your vocabulary because it will not be in the vocabulary in this reading. This reading is all about self-love. Many of you were giving your love to other people when really that love was meant for you. That love was meant for you. It was meant for you to give it to yourself. And because you weren't giving it to yourself and you were giving it to someone else, you know what you did? You strengthened someone else when that was really for you. But we are free will beings. We are free will beings. And as free will beings, if we choose to give what belongs to us to others, then that's what will happen. So let's see what Spirit has to say, lovies. All right, baby. This is going to be one of those readings where, like, the truth is going to set you free. Some of you may not like what you hear, but it's going to resonate. And this is the key to get you out of the prison that you have found yourself in, that we've all found ourselves in. That we've all found ourselves in. For some of us, it made us angry that we realized that the commitments that we were trying to make to other people were really meant for ourselves. We were meant to make a commitment to ourselves, not to somebody else who was not ready, not to somebody else who from the very start was showing you this short harvest bullshit when it came to love or whatever. You know, this person always came with this short harvest, didn't want to give you what it was that you were willing to give them, when really the truth is that you were ready to give yourself everything. But instead, you were confused and bamboozled into thinking that that love was meant for someone else, but that love was meant for you. That love that you gave to that other person was meant for you. It was meant for you to give it to yourself in that very moment. But you may not have known how to do it in that moment. So you felt like you needed somebody else at the time to kind of like, you know, soften the blow of whatever you were experiencing at that time. Some of you may have been angry about certain issues. Maybe some of you had lost a loved one. Maybe some of you had been going through something that you felt that you were stuck in. Whatever the case was, you were in an angry state. You didn't know how to get out of it. And so you felt like, you know, being committed to somebody else who seemed more stable, who seemed like they could give you the world, who told you they would give you the world. You felt like this person would be your savior, when really and truly you have to understand happiness, baby. The sun is a major arcana and it represents happiness and illumination. It comes from within. It comes from yourself. I am starting to notice all of the answers that I have been seeking are within. They're within, and the more still I am to listen to the responses of my angels and spirit guides, the more clearly I hear their voice or voices. Many of you do not realize how strong you are. Many of you don't recognize how strong you are with regards to being able to work on, this means to work on your own happiness. Work on your own happiness. Learn how to have gratitude for what it is you have, because what you have is not just enough. It's more than enough. But it depends on what you think a harvest is. What do you think a harvest is? Only material things? Other people having expectations of what others are going to do for you and what's going to happen here and what's going to happen with this person? Doesn't matter what anybody else does. Because other people can do things all day and night that will disappoint the ever-loving hell out of you. But guess what? If you're happy within yourself, Nothing that anybody can do can rock the boat of what you are rolling in on the sea, baby. I mean, you could either row in a boat that has like 1,000 holes in it, or you can row in a straight yacht and have help on the damn yacht. You feel me? I mean, but do you feel me? I hope y'all getting my deep language. A lot of us, we're juggling. Do I love myself or do I love somebody else? The answer is you love yourself. Drop one of those pentacles. Drop one of those pentacles. And the pentacle is the other person that you are beckoning to come back. The person that you're beckoning that you think will make you whole. No, you make you whole. And if you're not whole first, nobody that you attract will be whole either. And then here we go with a new relationship with two people full of baggage and full of misunderstanding. And how do you think that's going to end up? The saga will continue. Stop juggling who to love. You are the one that you need to love. And just like I said, look with that example. What kind of boat do you want to have? What kind of boat do you want to sail in? Do you want it to be a yacht or do you want it to be this little raggedy rowboat with like 1,000 holes in it? All this love that we have been trying to give to other people, it was meant for us to give to ourselves. That does not make you selfish at all. Because if you're not complete within, you will never be able to make anybody else complete. And the same goes for the other person. And Spirit is saying that is the Ace of Pentacles. Ding, 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 ding. That is the Ace of Pentacles. I've been trying to get you to understand this whole time. That is that thing of value that I've been trying to get you guys to understand the whole time. Love for self. You love yourself enough to say, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be in a relationship with someone who likes to cheat. No, I'm not going to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't like to pay the bills or be fair when it comes to paying bills. No, I'm not going to be with somebody who does not give me the same type of love that I give them. No, I won't, because I'm too valuable. I know my worth. Pentacles represent value and worth. What is your value and worth? I want a lot of you to ask yourself that right now. Don't just say it and not really feel it. Do you really know your worth? Do you really know your worth? Really? Do you really know how special you are? Do you really know how much power you hold? Do you really know that? Are you really on that quest to understand that? Or do you just watch tarot every other day and just, focus on the divine when you have time? Or is this a lifestyle for you? Because if it's a lifestyle for you, you will learn the lesson quicker. And the quicker you learn it, the better. Because you will understand that you are that Ace of Pentacles. You always have been and you always will be. But however you choose to treat yourself makes all the difference in the world. If you don't treat yourself right, this is what you're going to be feeling. You're going to be feeling full of anxiety. Look at all those thoughts spinning all around when there's only one thought you need to think. How can I continue to love myself to the highest level of lovetivity? How can I do that? Talk to your spirit guides and angels. It says constantly in the Bible. And I understand the Bible has some things in it that are a little bit iffy, and some things in it are absolutely true. I'm telling you, and one of them is know thyself and love thyself. Know who you are. Put all those swords down that keep you up at night and realize that it is only one sword. It's only one thing you should be thinking about, and that is love for self. You do not deserve to have to put up with anybody else's idiosyncrasies, anybody else's inconsistencies, or anybody else's burdens. If you really understood love for yourself, you wouldn't have any burdens. Not one. Speaking of burdens, the burden card is the 10 of Wands. However, guess what? For those of you who are getting this message, and I mean really getting it, you just put all your burdens down and you just picked up your Ace of Wands. It's only one wand, one new beginning. And that new beginning consists of you really exploring your divine femininity or your divine masculinity. I said I wasn't going to use those words. However, in this instance, Spirit is saying now you must. Because you have stepped into your high priestesshood, you ladies. And you male counterparts, either you're understanding it or you're not. But given that I'm a woman, I do come from a woman's point of view. You women out there better understand. Not only are you the Ace of Pentacles, you are the Ace of Cups. You are the Ace of Wands. And you are the Ace of Swords. You are all. That is why you are the High Priestess. You understand the things of heaven and earth. And it's so much an interest for you. This is your new work. This is your Ace of Wands. Your new beginning starts with you learning how to really love yourself. It's not for anybody else. That love that you have inside of you, bottled up, that you just can't wait to give away, is meant for you to shower it upon yourself. But instead, what are we doing with our wands? We're over here worrying about what he's got to say and what she's got to say. And we feel like we've got to defend ourselves against this and that and that and this. You ain't got to defend yourself against nothing. Let the angels take care of that. That's why you have them. But many of you are in this defensive position, like somebody's going to break my heart if I open it up again. You can open up your heart because you know what you're worth. You know your value. And you know crap when you see it. And you ain't having no crap. You've already had enough of that. And that's where this comes in. That's where your twin flame comes in. You're going to meet somebody that's on your same level. Somebody that's not engulfed in ego, engulfed in worrying about their image, so worried about what other people think or whatever everybody's going to say or what's going to happen if I really go in the direction of the woman or the man that I really and truly love, like the person that I feel empty without. Because they are on my same vibration. I understand love for myself and they understand love for their self. And when you bring that together, I'm telling you right now, talk about power. Love is already powerful, but when you add two powerful people together like this, the way that I'm describing it, I'm telling you right now, talk about wish fulfillment. And you also know what happens when two people who really love each other get together. You know what happens. You know what happens. Y'all gonna have a love baby. That's what's gonna happen. And yes, there will always be these people who want to steal that away from you. Always want to steal that away from you. And you know what you'll be able to do? You'll be able to look at them. And you won't have any feelings toward them. You'll be like, I'm sorry, and I feel really sorry for the place that you are in, that you feel like you have to steal from other people in order to feel complete. However, I really hope and pray that one day you'll get to a place where you don't do that anymore, because whatever you put out into the universe comes back, and I really do feel sorry for you because I know that on whatever spree you're on, I know it's not going to serve you at the end of the day, and you're going to have to answer for a lot of this stuff you're doing. And if you have anybody in your life that you know only has you on speed dial because they know that you're Johnny on the spot and you're an empath and that you'll hurry up and be there for them in an instant, but then you notice that when you call them and ask them to be there for you, they ain't nowhere to be found. They ain't got time to talk. They may or may not answer their phone. You know the people I'm talking about. You got to get those people out of your lives immediately. Because for whomever this is resonating with, I'm telling you right now, The month of November is going to be filled with you exploring and discovering yourself like to a T. It depends on how much work you put into it. You know what I'm saying? I know me. I know me. Every moment of every second of every day is going to go toward me discovering me and how much I'm worth. And I'm going to pour all of that love into myself. Into myself. All that love that I thought was supposed to go to somebody else. No, that's Spirit is like, no, that's your love. That's meant for you. Why are you stealing from yourself? That love was meant for you. Give it to you. You need it. You're the one who needs all that love. Love yourself. Pour all that love onto yourself. All that loyalty, pour it onto yourself. All that virtue that you want to give this other person, give it to yourself. All that honor that you were giving to that other person, give it to yourself. Honor yourself. Value yourself. Be virtuous to yourself. By not having any thieves amongst you. It's very important. A lot of people think that by having friends and people of this nature around you is like not a big deal. Oh, it's a huge deal. Make sure you get rid of those people that you know do not give a hot damn about you at the end of the day. Get rid of them. Get them out of your phone. Get them out of your system. Release, release, release. Reset button. And for those of you who are having a hard time being able to do that, make your wish upon that star. Pray about it. Talk to the divine about it. Let the divine know that you understand that you deserve love for self, and ask Spirit to show you how to pour it upon yourself. See how she's pouring that water into water? You are love. And you need to pour that love right back into that big pool of water, which is you. Continue to pour that water upon yourself. Continue to give that love to yourself. It doesn't belong to anybody else. It belongs to you. And when you really, really, really understand how powerful, how amazing, how special and unique you are, when you really step into your power, when you really learn how to love yourself and become that transparent person who doesn't feel like they have to wear this, or they don't feel like they have to look like that, or they don't feel like they have to have all these other things. Like, notice she's completely naked. She knows that she is completely whole as she is. So when you go and you pray, make sure that you ain't hiding nothing, because you can't hide nothing, especially from the universe. Baby, what have we been talking about? A lot of you have released so much garbage from your life. The only thing that you can look forward to is this: love for self and love for those who deserve it. And you know who deserves it. If you have any doubt in your mind about somebody that you think may or may not be your twin flame, that doesn't matter. Let's just leave that out of the vocabulary. It doesn't matter. If they're your twin flame or not, whatever, it doesn't matter. Everything is in divine order, and everything is going to happen in divine timing, okay? You might be thinking that this is the person when really and truly the right one has been right up under your nose the whole time, but you hadn't been able to see it because you were so busy trying to give love that belonged to you to somebody else, but then the other person is waiting for you to realize that so that they can go ahead and step to you and be like, can we be together now? Because I've been waiting on you like forever. This is like long overdue. The Judgment card means that something has to end in order for something to begin. Look at the picture. For a while, many of you literally, like through heartache, felt like it just killed you, right? Like it just killed you. But Judgment, the trumpet has been sounded, and now you've come out of your casket, and now you're like, Yes, I'm alive again. I'm alive again because I love myself. I love myself. I identify everything about myself that is lovable. And whatever needs to be released or removed, I'm releasing it because I speak to the divine all day. I speak to my spirit guides and angels all the time. They said all you have to do is ask and you will receive. Ask them to show you what it is you need to release, and they'll show you. That's why many of you who want to book your private readings, I recommend you book the reading, at least the one with the oracle cards, because that will let you know who your deities are, who those powers that be are behind the scenes who have been working their butt off for you to come to this conclusion. You guys are coming out of your caskets. The rebirth is here. Yeah, some of you are still confused. Some of you are still like, wait a minute though. I don't know. I don't understand this. I don't understand what's happening here. And trust me, I understand how you feel. I definitely do. This journey that I've been on for the last 3 years or so, it hasn't been easy. There was so much confusion attached to it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to understand that confusion is a self-inflicted location. You could easily just say, you know what? I just don't understand everything right now, and that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and talk to my spirit guides and angels about it. And then you know what? I'm going to go on about my day, and I know that when it's time for me to understand what it is that I'm trying to understand, it will come. I know it's going to come, so I'll wait because I understand what patience is. Something quick is about to happen, y'all. Let's see. You're going to look out into the world and you're going to realize that the world is your oyster and there is nothing stopping you but you. From happiness. You're going to look out into the world and realize that the only person that had been taking your happiness away this whole time was you. You were the one that either said yes or no to your own happiness. Healing, temperance has been doing its job. Thank God for temperance. Without this healing angel, where would we be? Offer your gratitude to temperance. Even if it's just by saying, Temperance, thank you so much for never leaving my side. You now know who to cut off. You now know who to cut off. You now know who does not belong in your space or the space of those in your kingdom. You're letting things die that need to die so that better things can take its place. You can see past all the bullshit and all the lies. You can see past a selfish person in an instant. And here's the yin and the yang. So I'm talking to somebody whose yang or whose yin is going to be like the King of Swords. Like you both are going to have that quality. You both are going to have all 4 elements in your mind, heart, and soul. Mind, body, and soul. And the first thing you guys are going to do together is cut off anybody and everybody who wants to get in between the two of you. That's the first thing you guys are going to do when you guys get together. This card didn't pop up in this spread for nothing. Some of y'all are about to walk into some serious, true love relationships very soon. Don't worry about who they are. Don't even care about who they are. Care about you right now. Put all your energy and all of your attention into you right now. It's time for you to hit the reset button. Reset, rewind, wait a minute. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to love this person, but wait a minute. Spirit wants you to know that all that love that you're looking to give away is meant for you to pour upon yourself. Some of you have some true love partners who have been waiting for you. They've been watching you and waiting for you to get it right. Because they've had it right for a long time and they've been patiently waiting for you. Some of you, like this person's just going to come out the blue. And you know what? Any ex-partners that a lot of you have, maybe some of them will return. Maybe some of them will have, graduated or grown up or whatever. I don't know how that's going to work or whatever. I don't know. But whatever the case is, you know what? Spirit is like, stop caring about that right now and start caring about you right now. Because, baby, it's all about you. You, the King of Cups. You are the God or the goddess of love. Yes, you certainly are. Yes, you certainly are. Not only do you know how to love yourself to the highest form, you know how to give it back to that person who's going to walk into your life before the end of this year. So when you sit and listen to these other readers who say it's going to take a year for them to come back and this and that, you likely don't even want that person back. Trust me. Spirit has something else for you. But first, you must identify love for self. Love for self. Okay? So, in the month of November, as you're releasing all of those energies that you do not want and that you know are no longer serving you, that never served you in the first place, you're going to release those energies. You're going to release them. And then once you release them, what remains are the positive things within you. And then you're going to start adding and adding and adding and adding all of those wonderful, beautiful qualities that you didn't even know existed, that your journey will take you on. And you're just going to start putting all of these valuable things in your little fanny pack, and you're going to have them forever, and they're going to be a part of you. And this is what opens up the door to all of your wish fulfillment. Love. The King of Cups is the King of love. And ladies, that's what you deserve. And fellas, you guys deserve the Queen of Cups. A lot of you are really tired. Tired. I mean, just exhausted of trying to figure this whole thing out. Well, guess what? Just focus on love for self, and I promise you, you won't feel so tired because you'll start showering yourself with what you deserve, which is love. When you spinning around in circles trying to figure out stuff and it ain't working, it will exhaust you very easily. What did I say? Look at this. What did I say? You got the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups. You got the Queen of Swords, King of Swords. And what I tell y'all? I mean, I could continue on, but I'm telling you, the person that you're meant to be with is going to understand all of this, and you're going to understand all of this too in its entirety before the end of the year. I promise you, you will be initiated into your high priestesshood if you continue to seek the way you're seeking. If you continue to do what you're doing, you're almost there. I'm telling you, don't you give up. Don't bury your head in your work so far to the point where you can't figure out like what's really important, which is you. You are important. A lot of times people put so much love into everybody else and they don't give love to themselves. And when that happens, then what happens? You exhaust yourself. And then where's the love? Oh, everybody else got it and you didn't. Reset. Reset. We're resetting our mentality. That's what we're doing. And that's today's daily release. I love you guys, and I hope that this offered a lot of clarity to many of you. Namaste.